Good evening from PAP, Public Access Poetry. Tonight we bring you Robert Fedora Kushner and the Mad Hatter, Ed Friedman, with the New York hat line. Take it away, folks.
We're going to be modeling 3 collections of hats from the New York hat line, a performance which was written and first presented in 1975. We will be showing you the bedroom line, the Puerto Vallarta line, and the cheese line.
The bedroom line. You've been out all week and you've seen it all. You're not exactly tired, but you need a little quiet relaxation. Time to just sit at your window and watch snowfall on a deserted street. A night in the confines of your own bedroom. Still, your lover is up for peak excitement, and you have your nerve making that special someone stay in with you. The Bowery and 2nd Avenue are calling you, but you resist the urge, and now you'll both have a night to remember. There's no need to be self-conscious. Don't do anything too special. You have your own elegant tastes, and anyone will be thrilled to share them with you. You unabashedly like television. You like the afternoon soaps, the giveaway game shows. You like the news. You like prime time. You sparkle during the late show and who knows what else. Here's Ninky's beret, a lounging hat. A pre-13th century liripipium that is closely gathered around the face, billowing to a plentiful poof, concluding in a flattened tube with a finger guard. This luscious lounger is of Indian print cotton, featuring Ganges blue, cold cocoa, Spartan olive, and mousy gray. The hat is pulled together at the back of the head by a sleek, durable length of television wire.
You like backgammon. You like the way he tips his hand at rummy. You like doing the double acrostic in front of the fire. You don't mince words at Scrabble. This gaming hat is called the Gold Bulging Swami. As an opening gambit, iridescent gold rayon tie silk has never looked so convincing. Half-inch double-stitched petite pleats wiggle their way around your scheming consciousness, hoisting themselves into a bulbous brim that climaxes in a penultimate pinnacle with an antique Bakelite badminton birdie of Middle Eastern Art Deco origin. Divert your opponent's attention with your zipper handle forehead pendant. You'll always be a winner in this one. You like soft music, and you like it hard. You like Cole Porter, and you like LaBelle, swaying softly to Mancini, or wild and free to Jose Greco. Dance the night away in a hat that will adorn your every move. We call it Camellia, for its warmth and unexpected elegance. An inflatable crown of metallic mint green is only the beginning. The open-faced beveled fez of Easy Care polyurethane, texturated to catch the candlelight, snaps and unsnaps at the top. Blooming on the brim are 2 luscious hot pink camellias and sprigs of pure white lily of the valley. A havelock of Shirazi net in the daisy and double hourglass motif is of white and gold brocade, shimmering to a voluptuous ankle length.
Maybe you'll spend the evening reading aloud Arabian Nights, Moby Dick. You like Robe Grier, or some naughty Victorian erotica. But even prodigious Petrarch will be but mere words compared to thee in your veiled toreador. What a picador you are, in the splendor of Turkish hand-loomed silk. Olay. In field poppy, marigold, mallard green, and kudzu purple. A bow tie brim in sumptuous natural raccoon is attached to a Barcelona black bicorn Toreador pillbox. Its satin crown is adorned by a delicate couched yarn flower applique. You planned dinner this afternoon. Everything you like. A smorgasbord of pâté, pickled octopus, and cool sweetmeats. Chilled Riesling. You like Caesar salad. You go all out with coquille Saint-Jacques, garden peas, carrots, and then before her very eyes, flaming crepe served with gooseberry and marmalade preserves. You've held nothing back, and you'll want a hat equal to this repast. Kushner offers dinner in bed, a lampshade tam, a pale mauve crochet beret with a pom-pom on top. Its superstructure lampshade shell is single crocheted in black knitting worsted and variegated loopy mohair boucle. The dreamy navel-length black nylon fringe can be worn in front for early evening conversation, reversed to facilitate a bedside supper, and reversed again for anything.
You like his smoke gray eyes. You like his fragile aquiline nose and full red mouth. You like his hair, all of it. You like his tattoo. And now you're going to make him all yours. So pucker up in this foam au naturel rubber turban that hugs the head from the nape to the noodle with a Marcel Dynel wiglet of nostalgia brown. Spurting out of the plastic nose is a pinwheel of soft, feely foam rubber feelers. Won't you be ravishing in this crush-proof creation?
You like the sun's rays as they stretch their tawny length over the satin bed covers. You like the Times and the news. You like brioche and Earl Grey tea. You even like the passionate kiss goodbye, because after all, it is a kiss. For your sweet morning after, wake up bright as a daisy in your double yum-yum yellow pom-pom. Chenille pipe cleaners harness 2 poofs of citron nylon net, which droop graciously over the temples. Grandma's garden of specimen floors enliven the bold double pom-pom. A cocoa brown feather flower, golden yellow and ecru feather flowers, a bleeding daisy, a purple-eyed yellow gazanzia, a toasted hothouse carnation, and sprigs of fresh flora. We invite you to have your special evening sometime soon.
The Puerto Vallarta line, pressed into the Mexican coastline like a shimmering opal. Puerto Vallarta is the luxurious resort that thinks it's still an Indian fishing village. Isolated by its high emerald green hills and jagged coastline, this dream of azure sky and sapphire seas refuses to be spoiled by its own success. Native fishermen still hew canoes out of huge trunks of the Guanacaste tree. Whiskered Mexican gentlemen exchange pleasantries. You want a iguana? Strolling among the shops along the wide streets. It's easy to walk into someone else's house by accident. All doors are usually open. Attune yourself to this fabulous resort life with Kushner's comely Puerto Vallarta line. Even before you leave for this picturesque and marvelous resort, the tropical sun has already entered your bloodstream, filling you with feverish expectation and excitement. For your flight to Puerto Vallarta, we offer the 747 in a bristling blue and vibrant vanilla. How shall we call it? A high pillbox with panels of elegant ecru? A slender shako framing the face with a chin strap of first-class blue? Or a hairless bearskin with dimples on the side? A lazy long-stemmed daisy of polka-dot piping is attached to another lazy long-stemmed daisy in the aft. As the perfect travel hat, the 747 doubles as an extra piece of carry-on luggage. Bon voyage. Morning is a special time in Puerto Vallarta, as you sip rich, dark Mexican coffee on the terrace. Before you is the hyaline Pacific Ocean, where colorful veleros may already be skimming over the water, leaving faint trails of blue vitriol. You'll be wearing a relaxed breakfast bonnet as you begin a new day in this Mexican version of Eden. A perky turned up close to a cloche, made of the gentlest cotton warp raveled rag rug in Zane gray, spiced with strands of multicolored yarn, gathered behind in wide pleats at the neck, plummeting in a dynamic fray to below the armpit. Its tractile turns and supple sways are balanced on the left by a bold halo of Burma blue, deep amethyst, and leafy green flowers embellished by acrylic extrusion.
The cantilevered bonnet is the perfect hat for your morning shopping spree. You'll want to get an early start because there's so much to see and buy. Sandals of the softest cowhide, papier-mâché roosters, turtles, and iguanas. Brush up on your Spanish so you can bargain with the local merchants. How could they deny you anything in your cantilevered bonnet? A soaked lily of dewy cerulean that is vinylized and quilted in an American version of Renaissance velvet is drawn over your head, hewing a scalloped sun visor tied beneath the chin. By ankle-length ribbons, wide and winsome, in mottled aquamarine bonded jersey. That blue polka dot piping assures you the title of Zingo Gringo. Gilding the lily is an erect semi-parabola of polyurethane, adorned with a hand-drawn desert flower in terracotta, Mojave blue, and faded aqua. An elbow-length plume, also of polyurethane, falls in a bleached coral meteor trail.
When you've finished your shopping, there is the beach. Playa del Sol waits for you, a splendor in saffron sand and radiant sea, where parachutists hang in the astro-blue sky. Colorful catamarans and sailboards cover the water, giving this horseshoe-shaped bay the name Bandaras, or Bay of Flags. For this land of sun-bronzed bodies, Kushner has created the Puerto Vallarta hat. A cool summer coolie, flaring into 5 flowery fingers, impedaled in rampant roses of shocking pink and tangerine orange kissed with taupe extrusion, and moist mums swirling jaded chartreuse emblazoned by rubbed camellia extrusion, all swimming on a Caspian sea of sandy brown and ultramarine bleu. It is reversible and can be worn with its fingers creasing or caressing the sea breeze. Lined with pale aquamarine crepe de chine, the Puerto Vallarta hat is accented by a clear lucite and strawflower clothespin.
The afternoon comes to an end all too soon, but before the sun disappears, we recommend that you take to the ocean. Cocktails aboard a schooner on the Bandaras. Sip a salty margarita as the sun, like a ripe persimmon, dips into the rapture of liquid golds and fire, churning atop an otherwise placid sea. You may want to fish for your dinner, or you may just want to spend your cocktail hour being admired in the appropriate homage to the Bay of Flags. A red and ready sailor hat with a wide, low brim and saltbox crown banded in vermilion grosgrain. Hooping forward on 2 wiry sinews to a poitrine level, are two antique flannelette banners depicting flags of Argentina and Bulgaria. Anchors aweigh. Diverging from the rear of the crown are two original, unstretched oil paintings on canvas of nautical themes from the school of Akins. Two lucite ice cubes drift above in the sunset. Dinner is served rather late-ish in Puerto Vallarta. Late evening dining develops the appetite, and the cuisine is truly worth waiting for. A marriage of Cortez and Montezuma. The elegance of Spanish haute cuisine with the zest and piquancy of hot chilies, tawny tortillas, and refried beans. We recommend the succulent squash blossom soup, the pungent romaritos, and don't forget the spectacular grilled marlin. Delicious. And you'll be scrumptious too in Pink Serenade. This bulbous beret of single crochet cotton in, you guessed it, raspberry pink, swells to a formidable decabump, humped by an extruded creamy blue starfish, and climaxing in a prismatic pink satin Istanbuli amulet of cotton lurex crochet. And finally, more pink from temple to elbow, cascading in bunches of satiny ice cream pink ribbons. We hope you enjoy Puerto Vallarta, for, as the natives say, your Mexican vacation can last a lifetime if you only let it.
The cheese line. Like the Rolls-Royce is to cars, the orchid to flowers, and wine to drink, the cheese is to food, objects of love, of excitement, and a bit of sensuous unpredictability. Cheese is not merely to be eaten. It is to be pampered and adored. It is an occasion all of its own, demanding an appropriate environment, a suitable beverage, a complimentary bread or biscuit, and of course, the perfect hat. From Italy, Fontina d'Asta, with its waxy cocoa-hued rind, entering the lips with its almond-like breath and buttery veil, with its warm ivory color, pricked by tiny holes, dissolving on the tongue in an almost glossy, almost unctuous ecstasy aboard a fresh cracker. Served with cool Anjou pears and this homage to Paul Poiret's butterfly hat. A velveteen turban in chocolate, cafe au lait, and caramel brown. Fluttering on two classically rendered antennae of coat hanger wire are two antimacassars of swallow-tailed in off-white cotton pineapple stitch crochet. If you must go blue, and you must, go with Stilton, noble, mellow, a yellowy white, threaded with ruddy blue veins, sharp or subdued by its cheddary undertones. Serve this famous British blue with gray plume, a vibrant shelled ellipsoid of mottled Ceylon sapphire cotton-wrapped crochet, perches atop the head as a brim of the hat and the support for two feathers. A long blonde Quetzal plume of natural foam rubber in a downward thrust, offsetting the hyperbolic arch of the single pearl gray ostrich plume fastened to the back of the brim by two all-silk old rose tassels. The hat is accented by a long and daringly sharp hat pin with a glossy black glass head. For the brazen voluptuary, the shameless sybarite, the looks of luxury is the Briat Savarin, a pretty blushing crust enveloping a triple creme with the texture of wet eclair custard when properly ripened. Serve it to your guests on good French bread, but for solitary or more romantic occasions, simply plunge your finger right into its center and eat it without anything else at all. And triple creme over this, a cleft-top mannequin de corselet in cat's tongue pink flecked with innocent fool's gold, is asymmetrically contoured with a masterful sharpness of line, emphasizing and uplifting its sculptural properties, reminiscent of Jean Arp. Spilling forth with gay abandon are an octet of maguey spikes hewn from virgin foam rubber, dramatically drawn with a marking pen, and attached to the mannequin de corselet with nighty black yarn in a V for victory stitch.
If you tend to be a little fanatic about cheese, it's no wonder. Many cheeses were the invention of medieval monks, those wizards of the vineyard and the barnyard. Take Port Salut, firm-skinned, dreamy, maidenly, with its creamy yellow robustness and wide spectrum of flavor, from mild buttery to electrical sharpness, slow ripening and thus enjoying a long prime. How appropriate for going to services. A gathering of black egret feathers emanates from a pious black matelot. Offering an alluring intimacy is the 12-karat gold knit mesh veil of vibrant, heavenly tissue edged in tasteful wool spool knit, culminating in a crocheted Afghan muff of variegated maxi mums. Truly a hat to get fervent over. Also from the family of monastic cheeses is Pont l'Evêque, small, plump, with a soft crust like corn rising into mazy gold bumps. Sonorous in flavor, it may cling to the knife as it is withdrawn and ooze a little at room temperature. Serve with Coretta King, an anthracite black felt hat with a havelock of clerical white pineapple stitched cotton, brazenly underlined with black hooked vanity loops. Fanning out from up front is a bleached peacock spread of raw foam rubber, accented with demure abandon by a tight black velvet bow. In a thin disk of pale and ochreous gold, spreading itself like moonlight in an August sky, the champagne of cheese, the brie de mieux, with its galaxy of warm fragrance and flavor, wreathed together in a satiny, heavy honey of a texture. Please serve with Little Algeria. A veiled Eastern bavolet of Nile green nylon lace tumbling to the shoulders in billowy bicorn flounces, Kushner has captured the inscrutable elegance of North Africa. A veil skims the face with a single thickness of cobra green nylon mesh to meet a delta-shaped dado of Moroccan mustard cotton crochet in a shell stitch. Like the song of a hoopie rising at the sunset, the hat is crowned by a sensuously curving ostrich feather in pharaonic black, and completed by a mirage of hand-fashioned, marbleized Play-Doh beads that arrests the breasts. Good eating and
good night.
That was the New York Cat Line, brought to us by Robert Kushner and Ed Friedman. And thank you both. It was terrific. Any responses we can get, we would really appreciate. This is just another one of the terrific shows that we've been bringing you. Every week we're on at the same time, 11 o'clock, Channel D. You've been watching us, and the show's almost over. Can we pan the audience a little? Is it possible? We have a really neat audience. This show is brought to you through the efforts of 5 of us now. Greg and Danny and Gary and Dave and myself. And we'd really appreciate your response. You can send your responses to 270 East 7th Street. Don't hide. This is the audience for the night. Well, we have a few minutes. Is there anything else you guys want to say about your hat collection? I really love them. They're really fantastic looking hats. I don't know. Because we're not sure, so we're not. You want little Algiers? Which one's little Algiers? Oh, that's the one you're wearing. Oh. Next week we're going to have two poets on, Poez, and also Tom Carey, and I believe he's going to have a band on with him. That's next week, same time, 11 o'clock, Channel D. And any response, we would really appreciate knowing that people are watching us, because we're having a great time anyway, even if you're not watching. But if you're watching, it would be really nice if we found out about it. 3 more minutes. Oh, super. Okay. Next. What is that? Aren't you getting hot in there?
We're back to
Is that a personal question?
We're dropouts.
Are you planning any more shows of this nature?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Just hats, or are you going to go down to shoes and
Why don't you announce the show on
gloves?
Sunday? Why don't you announce the show on Sunday?
We're going to do this again Sunday afternoon at 4 o'clock at the Thorpe Intermedia Gallery in Spark Hill, New York.
And then you can see it in living color, because we don't have enough money for color, so you've just been seeing this in black and white. But to get the true beauty of these hats, you really have to see them in color. So I suggest you all go down there.
Yeah.
Can you just mention it again for those that
Okay, the
weren't
location
quite
is
listening?
in Spark Hill, New York, and by public transportation you can get there on Mohawk bus line.
Wear your Indian headdress.
And it'll be 4 o'clock this Sunday.
Okay, so let's say goodnight. Good night. All right. Thank you both very much.